It has been a rough few months, but finally the spring has arrived. Spring is my favourite season. The feeling of that first ray of warm sunshine on your skin after a bitter winter is an almost ethereal experience. One of my favourite elements of the spring season is the reappearance of the flowers. The landscape changes completely, and a once muted monochrome scene is transformed into one of much technicolor. Here in Cornwall, a county teeming with rural spaces, we get a front row seat to this spectacular event. The university campus is no exception. Walking into it is like stepping into a painting. There are many species of flower on campus, all with their own complex history and meaning. These can vary depending on which era, culture or location that the flower is found. In particular, the Victorians had a separate code of their own, the language of flowers, also known as florography. Many words and feelings were left unspoken in the name of fitting into the social norm. So, in order to communicate secrets with one another without actually verbalizing them, they gifted each other flowers instead. Each flower had its own assigned meaning. In the 17th century, the wife of King Charles II of Sweden, Lady Mary Wortley Montagu, popularised this language. Whilst visiting Turkey, she discovered that women would use flowers as secret communication within their harems. They called this salam. This intrigued her, and so she wrote about her findings in the letters she sent back to England. This sparked, in the decades that followed, dictionaries that detailed every flower and its meaning to be used by the people. So this begs the question, what do the flowers we can find on campus mean? What do our favourite flowers symbolise? This flower is a rhododendron. They are very large shrubs that can be found dotted all over campus, that grow many metres tall. Each shrub is covered head to toe with the rhododendron flower. The Victorian meaning for this is a warning. It means temptation, caution, beware, and danger. Another flower that can be found flourishing all over campus is the camilla, more specifically, Camilla japonica, the common camilla. There are almost 300 species of camilla, and this particular species has a plethora of symbolism attached. This can vary depending on the colour. Most often, camillas come in the white, red and pink. A white camilla in Victorian language means perfected loveliness, and is mainly to be used platonically, i.e. for friends and family. A pink camilla would symbolise longing, a flower that you would give to somebody that you miss. This could be used in both a platonic or romantic context. The red camilla is defined as unpretending excellence and an intense passion. This would be given to somebody that you have strong love and respect for. This is a magnolia. The history of the magnolia is very complex in comparison to the other flowers I have mentioned here. They are, in fact, believed to be one of the oldest flowers in existence. Fossils containing magnolia flowers have been discovered that date back 20 million years. Research suggests that because they have no strawberry, that they would have been pollinated by beetles before the evolution of bees. So the next time you see a magnolia, you could be looking at a descendant from the dinosaur ages. This sturdy flower also has therefore a very powerful symbolism attached. To the Victorians, magnolias represented love of nature. It also means longevity and perseverance, probably owing to the fact that it has survived since the ancients. In China, it symbolises nobility, strength and a devotion to love. In the Japanese flower language, Hanakabuta, it represents sublime and a love for nature as well. That's a lot of history for one flower to hold. Another flower that decorates campus is the violet. Although small in size, the story of this flower is much bigger. In Victorian florography, violets symbolise a variety of meanings, depending on the species. A blue violet, faithfulness. A dame violet, watchfulness. The yellow violet indicated rural happiness, and the sweet violet meant modesty. But beyond Victorian language, the violet holds many other precious stories that date all the way back to 600 BC. Greek poet Sappho, who wrote poetry about her love for women, described herself and a lover wearing garlands of violets. In honour of Sappho, Lesbian women in the mid-20th century would give them to other women to declare their romantic attraction and affection. Newer versions of the LGBTQ+ sapphic flag feature a violet at the centre, carrying the story of this flower to the present day. As a queer sapphic woman myself, these flowers are very dear to my heart. Thank you.